Welcome to my very first cast. I really hope... Okay, I muted on Discord. Of ZeroSpace. Here we are. Catz versus Scarlett. Spawning at the bottom right is Scarlett. The leader of the Imperium. Alongside... what is her mercenary outpost here?
Is that all?
Oh, I didn't check the mercenaries. That's kind of a relevant part.
Production
On the other side,
idle.
Catz with Grell. The more plant-based Zergs now. So the very basics of ZeroSpace are you gather resources with extractors. There are no specific workers except in the form of harvesters, which go out and get flux, which...
You got orders.
Well, apparently the thrall laborers can go out and get on their own. Which is a new mechanic for the newest faction. Which is kind of cool, so they can go mine. I'm not sure... Well, this one is dead, which is not the ideal outcome there. A shield used on the bulky spiderling. And then, now this is very relevant, is you take the capture towers and you level up your faction. Every level you get... Oh, we can actually see the tech tree. Every level you get, you can pick one of the techs from that level of the tree. The first two are faction-specific, whereas the third one is determined by your mercenary faction. And then, if you go over level 5, it kind of rolls over again. So getting the capture towers allows you to gain XP more quickly. And I think this is a really cool way of, like, benefiting you from being on the map without being, like, just gathered this resource or something like that. You still get a baseline amount of XP over time, but your hero essentially levels with your faction overall. So yeah, there's a lot of missing sounds and placeholder animations and stuff, which you can expect from a game that doesn't... This is pre-alpha. So hopefully, well, you can maybe provide some ideas on the names of things.
To collect, Commander.
Let's see. Is there a camera funnel hockey? There doesn't need to be. The heroes are fighting it out. The tech hero versus the Inquisitress is her name. Okay, so who has a cleave and charge ability.
Toasted Grell.
Tech hero jumping in. It's a tech. Texas. All right, that's the name. I've taken it. Probably not the ideal name, but Texas versus Inquisitress.
Right on it, boss.
Trying with the charge ability. I will say the lack of sounds right now does make it a little odd, but the heroes both have a lot of mobility. There's the swap ability on Texas here.
Production is now idle.
Allowing them to potentially jump to a location with decoy, kind of like a depth shade style. Whereas there's charge and cleave for the Inquisitress, who just died. An upgraded and shielded Harbinger, though, is a bit too much to handle for the Thralls, especially without the Inquisitress to slap them into shape. Terror tank construction, what the?
Juggernaut, yeah.
Unit production.
Sir,
Production
respectfully,
is now
sir, get off. What? Well, that seems quite dangerous.
Ready
Unit
to
production
rumble.
Oh my
Production
god.
is now idle.
A little... Well, I think that's what they were talking about with the terror tank, which seems to have baseline damage and then it builds turrets on it, which is an interesting way, and of course destructible rocks, who doesn't love those? But it seems like it's not... It's been slowed here and targeted, and... Well, that seems... that was probably pretty expensive. I'm assuming it's quite expensive. I'm not 100%, but...
Now idle.
It seems like something you probably shouldn't lose when it only has 1 out of 4 turrets. So the Harbinger's chasing it down. The Inquisitress having some real troubles out here. The Empire Portal, which I believe is like an evolution chamber kind of thing. Guardian Obelisks, though, are... it looked like teleported in. I've never played this fiction. All right, I'm trying here. The Grell, on the other hand, use Essence. Is it Essence? I'm pretty sure it's Essence. And if it's not Essence, well, then I'm just projecting. But they get Essence over time to upgrade their units into super units, which have double health and damage or something like that.
Unit
So that's why you
production
see larger
complete.
versions.
Production is now idle.
The super harbingers here, and depending on the strength of the unit, it costs more to infuse it, I believe is the terminology.
Infantry
Well, the thralls. Inquisitress is back.
Unit
currently-
production complete.
Level 1,
Production is
taking
now
10%
idle.
movement speed and improved infusion. For Catz, Scarlett has opted for armed obelisks, which are the obelisks like supply depots? Maybe. It might just be angry supply depots. A lot of the supply stuff has utility. It isn't just add supply, so I wouldn't be surprised. Meanwhile, the extractors are extracting. Let's go to the Scarlet. Maybe this is easier. We just follow Scarlett's camera,
Upgrade complete.
which actually works quite well. And you can see the I say that, and then wait, is it nighttime? There is no nighttime, right? Am I? Okay. All right.
Unit
I was like, the
production
fog of
complete.
war is pretty dark
Production
today.
is now idle.
Obelisk is a top bar building. Oh, cool. Can you tell us who was winning or losing? At this moment, not really. Look at the supply. It's dead even. Oh, here come the Harbingers. The Terror tank has a couple turrets set up. Inquisitress on the front line. Texas tried his best.
Ready.
What do we got there? Looks like a
Unit
shield.
Production is now
Not sure if that's good or bad, to be honest, but it looks pretty good. I think it's good. I think it's being cast from maybe a top bar or something. Well, taking down some of those cultivators, which spread grass. And Grell must build on grass for most of their stuff. There's also incubators, and where's the nourishing pod, which can heal units nearby on grass. Grass, yes. You can spread your grass. Never seen this mechanic before. Anyways, Katz's harvester.
production complete.
Not gonna be able to mine that
Production is
flux.
now idle.
Commander,
What
we have
happened to the
detected
ship? It looks like we do have the ship
atmosphere
drops.
some valuable scrap. Send a scavenger to
The Inquisitress stuck in front though, being targeted, but here comes the terror tank, the real...
Yeah.
Wow, it has all 4 turrets. Gatling guns. I don't know if they have options there, but the weapons platform making its way forward. But Texas is still intact. A lot dead here. Targeting the terror tank. Also, a lot of the AoE damage actually hitting, but the Gatling guns are absolutely shredding.
I'm a bit hungry.
That's a lot of damage. I'm not...
Infantry reporting.
Oh my god.
I'm busy.
So, right now, there's only a few placeholder voiceovers. And most of the low-tier units are using the basic engineer one, which is,
No problem. Understood, Commander.
it's somewhat reminiscent of other games I've played before. But the extractors, this is how you get Hexite. The main resource. There's Hexite and Flux, blue and purple. You build an operating tower or root colony or whatever your faction's thingy around the extractors, and after it finishes, it builds extractors on location. They're relatively tanky, but if you take them out, it is quite a reduction in income. And if you take out the operating tower, I'm not actually sure if that takes out the extractors. Oh no, the terror tank is slowed and obliterated on the field as Scarlett tries to come around sniping off another harvester. But overall, it feels like losing the terror tank is not ideal. That's a bit of a cheeky harvester there.
Yeah, Commander.
Harvester taken out. The harvesters have to go out on the field to mine the flux. Though they do instantly gather the resource. You don't have to return it anywhere. You just have to have that harvester,
Where
just like
to?
right here.
Production is now idle.
And the
Production
ship.
complete.
This is
Production
super
is now
flux.
idle.
It's worth like 4 times as much.
Production is now
And
idle.
it's right out in the middle of the map. So many of the objectives between the control towers and the super flux do kind of force some sort of confrontation. Oh, Scarlett just jumping on Texas here, but he swaps away. The Harbinger's doing a lot of damage, but another terror tank. Where do you keep getting these from? Scarlett jumps back in, seemingly not worried about losing the hero, but instead using it as something of a tank for the terror tank, which, you know, is a bit ironic, I think. But that tank is just ripping through everything on the ground. The mercenaries coming in. The Dread Raiders, but the thralls from Scarlett. We may need another health bar mode, I will say. Work in progress. Wait, is there an option for that yet? There are a lot of options, but the health bars all being blue is a little off. Soon, TM. Alright, with your support. No, I'm sure that's in the works, but health bars are actually very complicated to do right. I'm not, like, I'm just saying, like, just make it different colors. Alright, that's what I'm saying. I want different colors. That's my feedback here. Because there can be overlapping units, even in non-mirror matchups. Yeah, no, the heroes are not make or break.
Unit
You don't get
production
XP
complete.
from unit kills.
Production is now idle.
You get XP from
Unit
control
production
towers
complete.
and passively.
Production is
So there is a forward obelisk. So killing heroes just makes it harder to exert
Unit
map
production
control, but you don't
complete.
get, or if you do get
Production is
XP,
now
it's not that meaningful. As clearly Scarlett is very willing to jump in. And Catz struggling against the obelisks.
Unit production complete.
Scarlett suddenly has 94
Production is
supply.
now idle.
And she's at level 5 against Katz's level 3. I think the key point here is Scarlett controlled all 3 towers throughout all this. So Scarlett is 2 levels ahead. She has access to... Wait, what? The
Unit
ritual,
production
which
complete.
summons a temporal
Production is
projection
now
of the
idle.
Emperor. Which
Unit production
seems
complete.
good.
Production is now idle.
Yeah, Catz has struggled to really do much besides snipe off 1 or 2 units here. There's I think the max army is around 200 supply, though it is kind of hard to get there. As units are generally more expensive, and you have less income than like SC2 for comparison. And there's a lot of ways to keep units alive. The thralls just
Take a break.
making their way by. Very cheap, but effective.
Commander, we're detecting
Very
ships on
marine-esque,
an
it looks
impact
like.
course of the planet. Tracking locations on the
And the obelisk being taken out. Catz, but all the thralls making their way back. Will Catz go back to defend? Just gunning everything down, even with the nourishing pod there helping to heal. And then, oh, there's only the terror tanks really out on the map. More infrastructure being targeted. Oh, a recall, or whatever we're calling it, with the super seed pod of travel
Upgrade complete.
magic. Comes back in and Catz is able to save some of his infrastructure, but at the cost of more map control. And Scarlett will once again take the tower, which I believe is taken faster when you have more units at it. So it is, in the later game, it can't just get sniped off by 1 unit easily. Which, you know, seems obvious, but actually... We got a forward barracks as well. That harvester
Construction failed.
just having a good... Scarlett's got 980 flux in the bank. So... But actually at a supply deficit. She doesn't have enough hexite in order to really make that many units. So we're getting into something of a base trade. As some of the outlying bases have been taken out. The Shielded Reaver, which is, I don't know if we got the unit descriptions in. It's clearly a melee unit, and very 600 HP compared to the Thralls who have 115. Honestly, I'm not sure where we're at with like bonus damage and stuff, but the towers are being retaken, but Catz is maintaining a higher supply here. So Scarlett will have to come back and defend and risk losing all the infrastructure. You do lose the game if you lose your headquarters as well, which has a ton of HP. But if your headquarters gets
Unit
killed,
production complete.
the game is over.
Production is
So
now idle.
that is how that works. It is very, very difficult to kill that with that. What is this? What is this? Scarlett has like 7 barracks out here. But she doesn't really have enough income to support that. I don't know how much a Thrall is, but it can't be cheap enough to support 8 barracks on like 1 base. The terror tank's getting hunted down. Inquisitress trying to hold. Corners a Reaver. Just shreds it. Another terror tank taken out, though. Harvester rallied the wrong direction. And I think this leaves Scarlett in... Well, her supply just... Okay. Well... Oh, she brought in some more mercenaries. From the mercenary outpost, I believe, is what we were seeing there. As they build up charges, much like the SC2 mercenaries in the campaign. They do cost money, but you can potentially bring in 2 or 3 waves of them, though you have to do it from your base. But here comes Catz with what looks to be a pretty good angle. Inquisitress on the back line, still the heroes there. Oh, Texas is down. Catz losing his hero at the start of the fight, though still plenty of supply. Harvesters on the high ground, both sides with Harvesters trying to harvest mid-fight, drawing a lot of fire. Obelisk to the north, even more being taken. Terror tank micros back. Inquisitress still intact. The barracks are actually creating something of a wall that Scarlett is backed up against and has to fight forward. Catz 136 to 108 supply. Scarlett still with a 2-level advantage. Hero's still not coming out yet. Some of the Dread Raiders in the backline adding DPS. Reaver's taking a lot of damage. In comes the Tree of Life. The ultimate ability with the most energy here, which heals essentially everything. I believe it revives it as well over time. So dropping the Tree of Life in order to maintain the attack forces Scarlett away from this position. The Guardian Obelisk on the high ground here. I don't even know if those are phasing obelisks. I have no idea what that means, but it means that apparently not enough in order to stop Catz here. Still, one of them. Even the Harvester is getting regen. But the Tree of Life bringing some things together here. Scarlett down to 62 supply. Almost no income. She's down to eventually. I don't know if you mine out. Oh, you do mine out. I'm not sure if you mine out entirely or if it's just like a very slow income. But these extractors are pretty much empty. Scarlett has 1, maybe 2 mining bases. Oh my god, who is that? The projection of the Emperor. The Emperor is here to purge the Zenos. And is just smacking his way through. He does 236 damage a hit. It looks like he has a timer. And his health is slowly draining. The Inquisitress fighting alongside the Emperor, as you would expect to happen here. As Catz is now down to 70 supply, the Emperor successfully able to cleave through enough of the Grell in order to turn the tides. Well, a Super Reaver has been added in. That essence of trying to target down. The Inquisitress jumps away, barely enough HP. The Emperor just bashing through, smacking those Reavers, going for the extra. Oh my God, Jesus Christ! Just the Emperor taking out the incubators at the back, and GG. As the Emperor seems to have turned the tides right back. Well, I'm not sure what happens at this stage. Like, I don't know if I get a score screen or not. But yeah, it appears the Emperor is quite strong. Oh, there you go. So, all right, I'll just.
Unit production complete.
Oh, that was pretty dramatic.
Yeah, that was insane. Okay, so she was complaining like the first half of the game about like how underpowered Legion was.
The tank used to shoot while moving, and they just removed it.
Production
so it
is now
lost like
idle.
so much.
It did seem like that tank was very dramatic, and then it just
Unit
died.
production complete.
So
And then I made this shield generator on the second one, and it did so much.
so how does the tank actually work?
Unit production
Because that was clearly the focal
Production
point there
is
for a
now
lot of it.
idle.
So you produce it like a building.
Unit production complete.
Yeah, so
Production
you
is
produce
now
it like a
idle.
building, right? Like right now, everything is
Unit
like we need to figure out like the supply counts and all of the details about it, really. But yeah, it produces like a building, and then it has 4 slots for turrets. And right now you have 3 options for different turrets. So
Okay,
one
I'm
of those
sorry. I'm
turrets
sorry.
is-
I've got to interrupt you. Can you scrub through replays like
yeah,
all the way through immediately?
I think
I
so.
don't
Yeah.
think the replays work right now.
Not the replays.
I
but if you stay in the
rewinded
game,
and it allowed me to.
Yeah. exactly.
Very, very. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
right
sorry.
away as well. There's no delay. Yeah. You can just grab right away. It doesn't load, you know.
I mean, you got a split second
But-
there, but yeah, just instead of having to
Yeah,
go through
but,
the
like-
entire replay.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. But anyway,
Juggernaut, yeah.
so yeah, you get 4 turrets or 4 options, four slots for turrets, and for each of those slots, you can choose one of 3 options. Right? So there's like a turret right now that does the shields, which is the one that Sasha abused. Then there's a turret
Interesting
that has
phrasing.
yeah, that has the Gatling gun, which is like the one that has rapid fire, and one that is like a flame, and throws like bombs of flames or something.
That reminds me very much
And
of the
then we-
Colossus tank in PlanetSide, where you can strap
It's
a bunch
pretty
of
nice,
turrets
yeah.
on it, and it's very
Yeah.
expensive. I like it a lot.
Yeah,
It seemed
it's
to move
crazy.
pretty well for how large it is as well. You got to still play around it, but it wasn't like getting too much in the way. I don't know if that was your
Yeah.
experience, Scarlett, but
Just the turning is a little slow on it right now, but other than that,
as it
was
should be, in my opinion. Like,
yeah,
Right, that's
'Cause it goes-
that's the debate we're having, right? So
it can drive backwards without turning, so it just
Oh,
turns
that's interesting.
poorly.
oh yeah, and then the Emperor won the game. So the
I guess.
Emperor. Anyone?
you sacrifice thralls.
Ah,
it
so
then.
that's why there were
Yeah.
like 12 barracks there. That seemed a bit
Yeah.
gratuitous.
It is really strong. Yeah, I mean that thing is overtuned. A lot of these are very temp,
okay.
right? But
Well, if only we had a
But
balance
she-
designer.
she did need to like sacrifice like 75 thralls to get that big of an emperor.
So that's why the
pretty
mass
expensive.
barracks play. Was that the plan all along, or was it just kind of like a Hail Mary move, Scarlett?
At the end, it was.
Because the supply was looking pretty rough there. It was like 130 to 60 at one point.
That's because I sacrificed my army.
That is, yeah, I did not notice that. And then I noticed the Emperor. I'm like, oh, and then started smacking things. So
Yeah, it's insane.
it seemed like a pretty solid game. I was struggling to kind of keep track of the new faction, but and then the Tree of Life for Grell, is that heal or is it just respawning units? Is how it works.
It respawns and it also has a heal, but it's I think a little undertuned right now. But yeah,
It was a very cool thing to see right when you're going for the
I
push.
love it. I love it.
All right,
It's
so
really cool.
I should be able to just disconnect, right?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, we're both out of the game.
All right. I think you guys are gonna have to host the next one because I can't even see the other map. So
Oh, right. Okay.
There's a
what map do you
command
want?
somewhere.
I'll just host that out, yeah.
let's see if you guys have any questions in the chat. By the way, this is perfect time to go check out the Kickstarter. The big reminder for me is like if you back it today, you're guaranteed to get the game when it's released, which will probably be, from my understanding, a pretty similar price to the $35 like lowest tier. Is that
I
what?
think it'll be more than
So,
the lowest tier. I think
At
the
least
lowest tier
35,
is-
probably.
yeah. I would say, yeah, it's definitely
So
gonna be at least.
it could
35.
even be a discount on top of supporting it. So
I'm pretty sure it is a discount, but yeah, don't. I guess don't quote me. Like I'm pretty sure it's it's a discount for sure.
and remember, the game is not just what we're all interested, or at least I'm interested in, which is the multiplayer. Like I will admit, my eyes kind of glaze over when I see choices matter, story-driven campaign. I'm like, all right, well, I'm sure some people are very excited by this, but and then I see
Yeah.
the half a dozen factions and like a bunch of mercenary factions, and that is
Yeah.
the biggest excitement. Even though I didn't really catch much of the mercenary action there, is so the big thing. My direct feedback is we need health bars for different color health bars.
For sure. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot that we need to improve on those fronts, right? Like
I mean, obviously.
and
that's
yeah,
some
like
place
for
it.
example, like everything is completely like the shield on the Imperium tank are obviously like really strong, right? Like everything is kind of not balanced yet, right? This is the very early stages where we're just kind of implementing stuff, and then we have to iterate on it quite a bit. So especially with
Yeah, of
this
course.
faction, which we literally just implemented. But,
And
yeah,
is it anyone or just backers get access to the Discord, which I know?
anyone can join our
Though, I
Discord.
mean, I'm sure having that extra flair won't hurt if you're making any
Hells yeah.
suggestions.
I completely agree. And to your comments on the campaign, I'm really excited for the lore myself. Like, everything that I've read is just really interesting and immersive into the universe, and it's
I'm just
I think
excited for
very
the
well
look.
written, so.
To be honest, like the Galactic Conquest style of map, I find that stuff. Well, that was my favorite thing in Star Wars Empire at War
Oh, that's cool.
back in the day, which it
Hells yeah.
essentially seems quite inspired by that. Like go conquer planets or defend planets or something.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, there's a lot of experience from Marv in that, like, he had previous games on phones, for example, but one of the things that they were focused on was that massive multiplayer experience and just, yeah, connecting things like that. So, yeah, we're confident that we can execute, like, pretty well on those fronts.
All right. Did somebody load it? Or
Yeah, Catz
Are you
hosted.
in? You have to go on the servers. If you're...
I'm refreshing join game, but I'm not seeing it.
Try
Oh, really?
restarting the game.
Yeah, that might
Turn it off and on again.
Yeah.
Starland's aimed at 700K for the crowdfunding. Is that true? I don't think any number was set in stone. It was pretty much as
yeah,
much
I
as
mean-
possible, but you guys can go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, going into it, if anything, Marv was not as confident as some of us that the game would be as well received as it was. So he's rather cautious. I doubt he would have said like we're aiming at something, but we thought, you know, the best case scenario or one of the best case scenario would be something like 1 million, right? And that in itself is obviously very difficult to do these days, especially on Kickstarter. So I think we would have been happy if we got like 300,000, and we've far exceeded that. And yeah, I think.
Yeah, the
we're
starting
pretty
point was
happy with the
100K.
reception.
I was pretty confident 100K would happen, but
Yeah, I was convinced 100K would happen for sure. Like that was, yeah, we were always going to beat 100K. But I thought, you know, if we get 300, I think that's good for us. Like it's a good state for the Kickstarter. And we'll
yeah, I
keep doing
think
better.
the real, for me looking at it, the real stretch goal that stands out at this stage out of all of them, like you have 300K was new game and full UI customization, which really interests me because like Age of Empires 2 Definitive Edition, I think stands out as by far the most customizable of any like competitive RTS. And from what I've seen, there's already stuff in place to do something like that, like moving all your widgets and stuff around and resizing and all that.
Yeah.
And then obviously 500K is another mercenary faction, so that's the other one that stands out here. So,
Yeah, that's hype.
and once I don't think you're crossing this off the development list if you don't hit certain goals, but like these are definite things to focus on. It's
For
like,
sure.
no, we'll never do any more factions if we don't get to this goal tonight, guys. All right.
Yeah, no,
I would
it's,
hope not.
it's not like that, right? It's, yeah, definitely the Kickstarter has already done a lot to kind of give us enough attention that we are talking to publishers, and we are, you know, hopeful that we will find a good one that's suiting for us. And then, you know, I would imagine that, yeah, if we get the proper funding, we will want to make the best possible game that we can. So, yeah.
And with that, we've taken a map directly out of Age of Empires. Arabia, the only map played in Age of
Absolutely,
Empires. Well, there's Arabia and Arena, but I'm sure the Arena style map will come up eventually. But so what stands out? I haven't seen this except in one of the games you showed off. But is this map significantly different functionally than the last one?
Yeah, absolutely. So the first one, the one that's been most shown, is called Star Sand, and Our map maker is one of our map designers is a StarCraft 2 map maker. And
Are you willing to share a
so
name?
I'm not sure if he'd like it, but I would be willing if he's
All right,
around.
if they want to reveal themselves, then I will judge this.
Skypiriña is the name. Yeah.
All right, all
He's
right.
Alex. He's great. He's great. He has some great maps in StarCraft 2.
I'm sure he's excited to, make something that isn't just a reskin as well.
Exactly. So the first one was basically the StarCraft 2 reskin, right? Like the first map. And this one is a little bit of an AoE reskin. And so we're playing with all these different concepts to find kind of like what we like best. And we're not as restricted as StarCraft 2 for chokes and stuff like that. So we don't really need that type of map. And I think it's, not our favorite as far as how it plays out. Whereas Arabia, I think, is pretty cool.
All
More
right,
open.
well, we'll see. Scarlett's going to be Protectorate, Marin this time. And just a quick rundown on Protectorate. No, you give me the rundown. All right, I'm not the expert here. Anyone can
Sasha,
field this
so
one.
What's the
Let's
run?
go for it.
You want to play?
Protectorate. Protectorate are the human faction, right? Like they are most Terran-like, I guess. They're pretty mobile, and they also have like a form of mech. They don't really play like Terran in StarCraft 2, but they look like them basically, right? So they're our most basic faction.
They have I'm sorry. They have guys in power armor with guns.
Yeah.
And then they have guys in
they're
larger
pretty cool.
power armor.
Basically, and they're highly microable, and they're pretty aggressive, and
It is probably the most recognizable for anyone just jumping in.
For sure.
You'll recognize many of the roles of the units. All right. Well, you think the Imperium is stronger, Catz?
I think so. Yeah.
Well, I think it's time to prove it. All right. 1-0 for Scarlett. Good luck, guys.
Thank you.
Oh my god, it just starts immediately. There's no countdown. I was not ready, so... Wow, those Imperium
I'm
workers.
busy.
Actually, like, the models are, even right now, really detailed. Honestly, I think it's the environments not being as polished yet, but... Wow, they got little, fusion cores on their back. Meanwhile, the Protectorate... Wait, where'd this go? Go over here. We're on Arabia. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff at different, levels of polish, which is always the awkward part with, casting and going over these, but I think there's already so much there. That's why I'm showing it off, and... Oh my god. So many options, and I still screw it up. Starting out, we got Prefect Nova up against Krager. Oh, who has piercing shot, as well as toxic ammunition, which sounds dangerous. Meanwhile, Prefect Nova has charge, light turret, and stun blast. Oh, that doesn't look good. Oh, but goes for the stun, misses it. Shield down, and it's not looking good. Krager, definitely the angry, angsty version of Prefect Nova here. Nova cowardly runs away. All right, so there are already a lot of hotkeys, but I'm looking for some observer hotkeys, follow. There's already so many. In fact, it's just not, set in the menu yet. Which gives me a lot of hope for customizable UI, by the way. Follow. Here's I don't know if we have it yet. I'm not spending any more time on it, though. When we getting ZeroSpace ARAM? Honestly, I feel like it could be fun. Or more like a slightly more microable, like a CBA from Age of Empires, when you can, build one unit and then a hero, and you just kind of spam units.
Commander, we have detected atmospheric re-entry subvaluable scrap. Send a scavenger to collect it.
Alright, there's the barracks. So,
For the protection.
the laborers for the most... Wait, what are you doing here, Nova? Hunting down the laborers. The hard-working thralls. running away from Kreger mostly. I think that's a lot of it here. More thralls coming out. You can just rebuild it from the HQ. You're limited to 3. So, essentially, they just slap down. They fill both the Protectorate and... Well, actually, I'm not sure if the Imperium. But the Protectorate engineers essentially work like probes. They just slap down a building and it starts building. A bit of a placeholder. Ah, yes. Looks like the Commandos got a graphics update as well. They look even more... One thing I really like is, especially right now, even now, the infantry units are so clearly different, which is actually quite difficult to pull off. But you can tell you're looking at different types of units, even with in a larger. Oh my god!
For the Protectorate.
Well, there go the commando.
I'm a bit hungry.
The commandos have a jump up, so they're essentially combination Reaper Marines until Kreger gets a piercing shot on them. Oh my. Well, Kreger seems pretty strong. Making it very difficult. Catz is just going to try to cap some of the towers here. Let's take a look at the levels. Oh, unspent points. Has Scarlett spent a point yet? Improved recall. Oh yeah, Scarlett's Protectorate. It's a little backwards up here, but... Oh, tries it. Yeah, Scarlett has no... Oh, wait! The Commandos jumped in, Nova jumped in, and Kreger is down for the count. Alright, trying to at least
Commander.
get rid of some of it. Jumps in. Throws down the light turret as well.
Orders, sir.
Which is on an 80-second cooldown, but gives some stability because Nova, I believe, is a much weaker outright fighting unit. Disruption Mine. Is this 3 harvesters? 3 harvesters to mine the superflux immediately. Cat's out here trying to sneak those resources. Oh. Jumps in with the commandos, but the 3 harvesters will split away. In this... Well, the terror tank is here. Cat's breaking it out. What has he got strapped on top? He's got flame turrets, and he's building more. He's just going for a flame tank. A fire tank here. Commandos chasing the harvesters, which are quite tanky. They do not die easily, but they can be pushed away. They also cost... I'm not sure. I can't see the resource. I'll be playing a game after this series. Just so you can look at all the little details.
Death beckons.
Yeah, the terror tank is, of course, very edgy. Scarlett with just commandos here. Research lab at the front. Supply platform, which can be upgraded with either a... Oh, the barracks also have heal drones. Which don't heal very quickly, but they do eventually... Ooh! The stun actually catches the hero and a lot of the thralls. Slaps down some obelisks. Piercing shot through everything. Commandos jump over the top, trying to surround the flame tank here. I believe there's 1 shield generator helping out a lot. Meanwhile, Kreger is just going absolutely ham. And I think jumping directly into the fray against a flame tank and multiple electrical towers. Not going incredible here for Scarlett. As Catz continues making some progress. Alright, lining up a shot. Looking for more. Does Nova have... there's the stun blast. Only catches the tower, but at least that's something. Kreger does not have energy for the piercing shot yet. There are 3 bases taken for both sides? Yeah, both sides. At least so far.
We're detecting ships on an
And the commandos on the jump. We got some of the Marin Badgers here. I'm not sure what they're good against, but the mercenaries... Wait, do they have lasers? I think they have lasers. Projectile damage. It looks like it's something like Archon damage. Projectile damages up to 3 targets on its way. So it's a piercing shot. The Nova just dies. Oh, but here come the Valkaru. In my opinion, the coolest looking. The Valkaru are like robot Zerg. Kind of. Or at least the Hounds are. Robo-Zerglings. They're very tanky. And, well, as you can see there, they cover. And dropping those mercenaries in. Terror tank taking up a lot of the, ideas there. And the command tower. Control tower? What are we calling it? Trying to click on it.
Right.
Nope.
Orders,
The
sir.
command, the objective tower thing. We'll shift hands towards Scarlett for now. Oh, is this a healing obelisk? Well, at least that one's accurately named. We're going into something of a base trade. Both players have access to a recall option. We'll have to see when and if they use it. The Imperium garrison tower taken down. Another base. The fourth? Or the, I guess that's the second base there. The commandos still giving the run around. Hounds trying to come back to defend. Targeting down an Empire portal. Which, oh, and the recall! Takes quite a bit, but gets out. Actually recalls it somehow to the control tower as opposed to the base there. I'm not exactly sure how the methodology works. It is quite a long cooldown though. Catz is taken. Oh, top bar power by killing structures and harvesters. Yeah, let's talk about the blue bar. That's essentially your top bar power. When you lose units, you gain it faster. And then there are also some talents that allow you to increase the rate as well. To use your top bar abilities, which, because we're pre-alpha observer UI, you can't quite see the top bars. But you can see the effects. The commandos. Scarlett making mass commando. Sticking to her guns. Oh, but the recall at the last moment doesn't save the base. But might be able to hunt down some of the commandos. Microing back those commandos. What the hell is that? Armored Thrall. Oh my. Comes in. Oh, there's actually some more in front. It's just that that one ran in from the side. It looks like they have saw blade arms. Which, yeah, those are chainsaw arms. Because, of course, they are. Scarlett is in the green on the minimap with the Protectorate. These are backwards up top. Catz has the Legion with Valkaru. But Scarlett's been the one microing command. Scarlett's army is 4 Badgers, Nova, and like 75 commandos. Alright.
I hear your pig.
There's 36,
Commando
45,
instruction.
50 commandos. Against 64 supply. Piercing shot goes through, but commandos are cheap. They're effective. They're mobile. And so far, it seems to be working out, as Catz can't seem to pin enough of them down. Catz is only at 62 supply. I don't think we're looking at that big Imperial call down either. Alright. The big... Even more commandos? I don't know if there's anything here that's gonna turn the tides. Oh my god. Well, the flame tank is trying, but we got a halo tank on the back line. Which, I believe... Is that the one that charges up damage over time, or is it just a big laser damage? Those commandos just grinded through. Guardian Obelisk. Well, needs more AoE options. Well, let's see. Let's see what they have to say about it. So, Scarlett just...
Did it stop making shields at the end?
So, commandos.
Commandos. That's what I'm
Commandos.
saying. No, what she did was she killed all my workers, like all the builders, and then I was supply blocked for like 30 seconds to a minute because I didn't have any builders to make supply structures. Yeah, she's just abusive.
Yusuf.
And having the, well, who would have thought that having Reaper Marines would be... The jump is quite cool, but
It is.
yeah,
It is.
what would you say if you didn't have such logistical issues? Cats would have been the counter for you.
I think I needed to secure more of the flux and then just make more tanks. The tanks were the one tank that I afforded to make did really good. I just couldn't afford any more. She did really good at map controlling and killing my harvesters out there, so I never had too much flux income.
Yeah, and since it's kind of a wide open map, the ability to both recall, is it called recall?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Recall and, of course, like Commandos seem to be one of the most mobile units outside of the Grell units. But yeah, the Legion just not standing up to it. But is it a
Not
skill
this time,
issue,
yeah.
really, at the end of the day?
I
Scarlett?
think so, yeah. Sasha?
I don't know. I have to play more. The shield tank seemed really good. It's like the main
It's-
thing
yeah,
that
I think one
very
shield
strong
and
in-
then like 3 flamers was a working option there. Is there any way to repair
good.
the tank? Or
The,
does it just get
the
affected by normal
obelisk-
healing abilities?
The obelisks, which are the top bar ability, like their staple top bar ability, can either do damage, which almost saved me in that game at some point, or heal, or I think armor or something of the likes. So yeah, you can heal it through the obelisk.
The thralls used to repair the tanks, but not anymore. So
Mm-hmm.
we might have to come up with a different way to repair them.
Maybe just
See if the
a
healing
repair
obelisks are
gun.
enough.
I mean, a repair
Repair.
platform on one of the turret things.
Wouldn't be the worst. Like yeah, like we have to decide around how many turret options we want, because you have to tab through the options, right? So we don't want that to be a cumbersome experience. But maybe 4 options is reasonable. I'm not sure. We'll have to figure it out.
Man, that is one of the things. Like, I haven't played yet. I'll play soon. But is how much effort has clearly been put into making the control scheme, not essentially just spamming tab. Like, I occasionally dabble in Protoss in SC2 and try to play like an actual late game army. Is just, all right, is it sentries? Is it Templar? Is it disruptors? Is it Oracle?
Yeah.
And I think with the combined command card, you've done pretty good so far at keeping that to a relative minimum. And it's pretty easy to control different groups of units.
Yeah, I think so. I think it definitely helps a lot. So we have to always be fine-tuning, and yeah, I really like to make sure that we're as elegant and as, like as simple as we can be in the implementation, so that then we can have like spare space to play with and design cool stuff that, that kind of requires that bandwidth from the player.
Now you can already see the question of, well, you have grid hotkeys. I believe there are already grid hotkeys, or you can set them in the. I was trying to go through the hotkeys and look for like a camera follow, but there's so many hotkeys already options. Obviously not in like a great menu form yet, but that's the last thing to do, right? I think it was 20 control groups or something if you really want it, something like that.
Yeah. So because of the combined hotkeys, it basically already is grid, but not in the same way, because you can't have overlapping hotkeys between the unit abilities, or it wouldn't work.
All right, one more. Cats, you pick whatever you think you can beat for her to play. I think. How about that?
I mean, we could play a GVP if Sasha wants.
Wait, are we playing another one?
Wait, is
we
that
can.
is that what we
Or
asked for?
one of you play. Well, Cats play me.
You're too scared of Sasha.
She did
She's
just
not that
waltz
scary,
over
she's
you
not
with
that scary.
commandos. So,
Sure.
that game should have been more recognizable to your average SC2 player, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Yeah, we can play.
All right. I think I'll play.
You try playing?
What was that?
You two are playing?
I think so, yeah.
Okay.
I'll give it a shot. Catz will show us some exciting units in a way that leaves him open to dramatic attacks, hopefully. And then, but yeah, you know what? I'm gonna let chat pick the faction and stuff like that, and then we can go over it afterwards. I think after that, then maybe any questions that people have, we'll spend a little time on that, and then we'll see where we are. All right. I'll host.
Sounds great.
My turn. All right, I think I know what I'm doing now. What should I pick? Well, the only one I've played much of is Protectorate. So the correct answer is Protectorate. Protectorate Mech Rush. No, Protectorate Commandos. How are the mirror matchups? I mean, part of the point of it is they've already talked about having potentially a pick ban situation. But also, it's going to be rare to get a mirror matchup as well. Alright, I like the Valkaru. I like the Protectorate. Let's go. I'm gonna assume he's ready. And if he's not, that's not my problem. No mirrors? Yeah, it would be already pretty difficult to get him, but... Alright.
For the Protectorate.
Real gaming.
Alrighty. Understood, Commander. Infantry reporting. Yeah. I'm busy.
Get the supply platforms, I believe they're called. Oh yeah, there's camera locations already. So you can do your camera location spam, very important.
Can you come
Building
back later?
complete.
Oh yeah, I need to pick my hero.
Target in
That's
sight.
kind of an important part.
No problem.
Building complete.
Barracks is 100 minerals. There we are. Need a supply platform, I believe. I'm not.
I hear your pig. Right.
Building complete.
Throw that one out there. Is building? Yeah, so the engineers, at least for Protectorate, work like probes. They just slap it down.
You got orders.
Come on, pig. Make a decision.
We also get a few minerals, or hexite for taking out
Building complete.
Yeah.
the early stuff
Toasted
there.
Grell.
Can I take a break, sir? You're the boss. Right on it, boss.
Not enough.
Gonna get
Commander.
a
Orders,
harvester.
Unit production complete.
Commando awaiting
Production is now
instructions
idle.
for the Protectorate. We're on it, sir.
Gonna get a supply depot on the high ground so I can upgrade it, ideally.
Orders, sir.
Unit production complete. Production is now idle.
Toasted Grell. Right.
Control tower captured.
Sigh.
How long on this? We're gonna go out there for it. And add a turret.
For the Protectorate.
Take me to a crash site.
Building
I'm
complete.
a bit hungry.
Commando awaiting instruction.
I can build stuff.
Enemy in range.
Come on, pig. Make a decision.
Building upgraded.
Ooh.
Yeah. I hear your pig. Orders, sir.
Unit production complete.
We're
Production
on it.
is now idle.
Target in sight. Yeah.
Where's my harvester?
Rolling. Turf.
Building complete.
Scavenger
Harvest
reporting.
from there.
Commando awaiting instruction. Come on, pig. Make a
Unit
decision.
production complete.
For the Protectorate.
Production is now idle. Building complete.
Right. Toasted Grell. For the Protectorate. Right.
Building complete.
Orders, sir.
Building complete.
Commando awaiting instruction. Target in sight.
I'm busy.
Oh yeah, you can add a healing aura to your harvester as well. Which I'm gonna do.
Get the juice.
I hear your pig. We're on it, sir.
Unit production complete. Production is now idle.
Yeah.
Building upgraded.
Enemy sighted.
Come on, pig. Make a decision.
I should probably improved
Target
recall.
in sight.
Understood, Commander. Sigh.
Get
Unit
the
production
research
complete.
lab for
Production
sciences.
is now idle.
Toasted Grell. I hear your pig.
That's a terror tank.
Building complete.
Infantry reporting. You're the boss.
We can bring in, release some of the hounds.
Commando awaiting instruction.
Building
We're on it,
complete.
sir. Right. We're on it, sir. Toasted Grell. Come on, pig. Make it.
Ready to rumble.
I hear your pig. Orders.
Oh my.
Right
We've
on.
lost control of the tower.
Yeah. Commando awaiting instruction. The protect
Reinforcement ready.
target sight. Yeah. I hear your pig.
Where's the scrap?
Come on, pig. Make a decision. Toasted Grell.
Where to?
Right. For the Protectorate. We're on it, sir.
Come back, harvester.
Orders, sir.
No, no.
Commando awaiting
The
instruction.
terror tank,
Hang
too
on.
terrifying.
It's gonna be rough.
Target sight. Yeah.
Get my commando upgrade, reduces armor.
The Protectorate. Come on, pig. Make a decision. Right. Toasted Grell.
For the Protectorate.
We're on it, sir.
I have 900 hex. Let's see. Hounds. Release the
Not enough
hounds.
supply. Not enough scrap,
I
Commander.
hear your pig.
Building complete.
Orders, sir.
Can I take a break, sir? Can you come back later?
Destination set. Not enough supply.
We're on it, sir.
Not enough supply.
I'm working on it.
Target sight. For the Protectorate. Commando awaiting instruction. Right.
Not enough supply.
I hear your pig. Come on, pig. Make a decision. Yeah. Toasted Grell.
Not enough supply.
You got orders.
Building complete.
Yeah.
Commander, we're detecting ships
We're
on
on
an
it,
impact
sir.
course with the planet.
Infantry
Tracking
walker.
locations on your map now.
Come on, pig. Make a decision. Commando awaiting instruction.
Reinforcing units, stronger hero, infantry units.
sir.
All about bio units.
Crash sites are in the middle
Building
of the map,
complete.
Commander.
Right. Target sight. For the Protectorate.
Unit production complete.
Yeah.
Production is now idle. Production complete.
Badass incoming.
Production is now idle. Building complete.
I hear your pig.
Reinforcement ready. Building complete. Unit production complete. Production is now idle.
Yeah.
Not enough scrap.
We're on it, sir. Orders, sir. Come on, pig.
Unit production complete.
Target
Production
sight.
is now idle.
Tactical systems ready.
Yeah. Commando awaiting. Rock toasted Grell.
Reinforcement ready.
Want something?
That is so many.
Make a decision.
Not enough scrap.
I'm not able to outmaneuver it.
Ooh, baby.
Commando awaiting instruction.
I'm trying to use the Bastion mechs. It's not enough.
We're on it, sir. I hear your pitch.
Unit production
Yeah.
complete. Production is now idle.
Busting
Building
up.
complete.
Systems online.
The Protectorate.
Not enough scrap to command.
Unit production complete.
Not enough scrap
Production
to
is
command.
now
I'm too poor.
Locomotive.
Commando awaiting instructions.
Wait, who's that?
Come on, in.
Reinforcement ready.
We're on
Upgrade
it, sir.
complete.
We got multiple
Building
reinforcements. I never even got that tech. Oh.
I hear your pitch.
Those shields are so good. When Scarlett plays Protectorate, it looks so strong. Look at my commandos. Can't even get a shield.
Building complete.
Target in sight. Orders, sir.
I will say, it feels very much like in SC2 when your units, you failed your units when you didn't use them to the fullest.
Reinforcement ready.
That's what it feels like. Like, you could have done a lot better, as opposed to the units just kind of going off and doing things. Let's see. Supply. Can you tell when the terror tank finished?
Unit production complete. Production is now idle.
GG. Oh my god. Why do Scarlett's commandos do so much more damage?
Yeah, it's difficult to tell sometimes. She's just so good
Ugh.
at the game. She's insane.
Did you have 2, 3 bases? Like in initial
three by
fights?
the end. 3 by the end.
Three by the end. So just 2 to start.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I went to. I was a lot greedier against you than I was against Sasha. I think
got
I
away
should have
with
been
it.
greedier against her. No, I don't. Yeah, I mean, I could have been greedier against her. I kind of wanted to cheese her, you know.
Probably a smart move.
Yeah, but it didn't work out.
So with the Thrall, or I mean, walk me through playing the Legion again. I'm gonna play Legion one game. Gotta try it. Obviously.
Nice. So, yeah, the thralls are kind of just cannon fodder, right? Like they're just there to die basically and to buffer. They're a little bit of a resource dump on the mineral equivalent end of things. And then there's the heroes, so you can get up to 3, and you can upgrade them. So with the Legion, you can kind of like the heroes are very flux heavy, very gas heavy, and the tanks are very gas heavy. So you can kind of like go into 2 different playstyles, at least to start, where you either go heavy on the heroes and upgrade them, or you go, to the faster tanks and get a really strong one out as early as possible. So, yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the gist of it. It's a lot of microing the heroes, and obviously there's all of the upgrades that you can customize everything with, and the talent trees and everything else, but that's the gist of it. Is like fewer strong units is what the Legion is kind of about, and a lot of swarm otherwise.
Sounds good. All right, let's go one more, and then maybe we'll answer some questions. If anybody got questions, Catz will do his best to answer them, and I will as well. But and I'll probably just like be playing a game against the AI to show things off with a little more leeway as well. It should be up, the game.
Oh.
This isn't open to public, not yet. But if you get in on the Kickstarter, you might be able to get access earlier on. Use that ZeroSpace command. We a little over a day left. And approaching that 500,000 goal. Well, stretch goal, obviously. Already hit the goal. All right. You ready?
Hold up. So you're going to go play Imperium. Should I
Yes.
go Grell?
Sure. That works for me.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Good luck.
Good.
You got orders.
I'm just going to expand. Okay, so the Empire part. The Inquisitress seems to be popular.
I'm a bit hungry. Gonna take a break, sir.
God, you have such a cool model. Oh, he wants to mine. Stop it. Okay, let him mine.
For the Protectorate.
Let the laborer mine, if that's what they want to do.
Right on it, boss.
Alright, who am I to stop them?
No problem.
Building complete.
Leave the
Understood,
charge.
Commander. Alrighty. Infantry reporting. Sigh.
So I think I'm spending some money on building this
I'm busy.
extractor.
You're the boss. I can build
I don't know if
stuff.
I can get away with a operating
come
tower
back
first, but
Our
we're gonna
units are
try
under
it.
attack.
I can build stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Ah! Well, that's what I get.
Sigh.
Sigh indeed, right? Nope. Mine.
No problem.
Our thoughts are one.
I'm a bit
Ah.
hungry.
Let me out.
Right
Ah.
on, boss.
I'm fine.
You're the boss. You got orders.
Building complete.
Infantry reporting. For the
Get the
Protectorate.
barracks. I don't know
Can
why I
take
built
a
it there,
break,
but
sir?
oh my god, I went straight to it. What do we got?
Unit
We got
production
recall,
complete.
spawn,
Understood.
obelisks.
Production is now idle.
Alright.
Oh, so that's how that's done. Alright.
I'm busy.
Gonna hit the tab key for production,
Can you come back
which I
later?
find incredibly
boss.
convenient.
For the Protectorate.
Oh my god. Where are these coming from? Hey! They followed me
Infantry
home.
reporting.
Can I keep it?
Can I take a break, sir? Sigh.
Commander,
Oh
we're detecting ships on an impact course with the
Alrighty.
planet.
yeah, we should probably get a harvester.
Tracking
Building
locations
complete.
Keep
on
forgetting the
map now.
harvester.
Building
I
complete.
can build stuff.
Thralls.
No problem. You got orders.
Building complete.
Right on it, boss. Understood, Commander. I'm a bit hungry.
Disruption mines. Alright.
Right on it, boss. You're
That's
the boss.
Control tower captured.
Their version of it.
Can you come back later? No problem. Infantry reporting. I can build stuff.
I think I need to tech up for the terror tank.
Alrighty.
Oh wait, no. You can just get it. Well,
For the
once I have the
Protectorate.
money. You can queue things up even if you don't have the money.
Sigh. Understood, Commander.
Building
Yeah.
complete.
I need to protect.
I'm busy.
Let's see here.
Unit production complete. Production is now idle.
We've lost control of the tower.
You got orders. Can I take a break, sir?
Unit
problem.
production complete.
I'm a bit
Production
hungry.
is now idle.
Can you come back later?
What is my... Yeah, we're working on the flux.
Building complete.
Yeah.
Unit production
You
complete.
got orders.
Production is now idle.
Infantry reporting. I'm busy. Understood, Commander.
Mm-hmm.
You're the boss. Alrighty.
Building complete.
Wait, I don't know what it... Oh, it attacks. Alright, good.
Right on
That's
it,
what I
boss.
wanted. That's what I was going for.
Unit production complete.
For the
Building
Protectorate.
production
Am I
is
too
now
poor?
idle.
Guess I'm
Enemy in
spending all
range.
my money.
You got orders.
Oh shit, that's the AoE damage.
Sigh. I'm a bit hungry. Alrighty. I'm busy. Yeah.
There goes my hero.
Understood, Commander.
Control tower captured.
Where to?
I can build stuff. Can I take a break,
All right.
sir?
Go.
No problem.
We may be finding
You're
bugs
the
here.
boss.
As I think I...
Infantry
Oh,
reporting.
wait.
Can you
No,
come
it's
back
not a
later?
bug.
Production
It's
tower.
just I didn't... Wasn't...
Production is now idle.
Infantry reporting.
Wait, how do I finish it?
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I'm busy.
It's
For the
right there.
Protectorate.
Um,
Alrighty. You're the boss.
maybe
I can build stuff.
I've messed it up.
You got orders.
Unit
I'm a bit
production
hungry.
complete.
Right on,
Production
boss.
is now idle.
Does it build on its? Is it building
Unit
on its own?
production
I don't
complete.
think so.
No problem.
Oh, I think.
Production is now idle.
Construction cancelled.
Ah, okay. I need to
Unit
just not
production
cancel it.
Commander.
Production is
All right,
now
just don't
idle.
cancel it. Just let it go.
Building complete. Unit production complete.
Yes.
Production is now idle.
Can you come back later? Can I take a break, sir? For the Protectorate. Sigh.
Don't worry.
No problem.
Let me in. Oh no, it's a disaster out here. I got 900, 400.
Not enough supply.
All right, boys.
You're the boss.
Oh no.
Alrighty.
Vehicle moving out.
You got orders. I'm busy.
Unit production complete.
I think I've done it wrong though.
Production is now idle.
You're the boss. Infantry
Building
reporting. Can you come back later?
Building
Understood, Commander.
Oh, I have it. Ah. Give me. Oh shh. It wasn't the time.
I can build
Building
stuff.
complete.
Surely.
No problem.
Building complete.
Really testing out that extra energy.
Let's go, let's go.
For the Protectorate. You got orders.
Of course you're on, Commander.
Fresh sacks are in the middle of the map,
Can I take a
Commander.
break, sir?
There should be
Get
some
the juice.
Harvester, please.
Right on it, boss. Sigh. I'm busy.
Yeah, Commander.
Sigh.
It's not even. Like, it's gonna be hard to get to the other flux. Welcome back. Let's where's Craig or? Oh wait, maybe
Building
that's just one of the
complete.
starting ones.
We're on it.
That's a very fan. What is this
Our
firing
units are
position?
under attack.
Alrighty.
Ah!
Building
You got
complete.
orders.
Oh, that's a lot of damage.
For the Protectorate.
Building complete.
Understood, Commander. Can you come back later?
Recall?
Yeah.
Okay.
Unit production
Infantry
complete.
reporting.
Production is
problem.
now idle.
Hmm.
You're the boss.
All right, we got to figure out these tanks. Make my tank.
Building complete.
Right on it, boss.
Feels like this one's
I
working.
can build stuff.
Unit production
Yeah, it's working.
complete. Production is
I'm a
now
bit
idle.
hungry. Can I take a break, sir?
So I just built two because
Right on it, boss. Understood, Commander.
how are you gonna be aerodynamic without a cape?
No
Building
problem.
complete.
What are you doing? What are you thinking?
I can build stuff. Can you come back later? Sigh.
Building complete.
Oh shit! All right, shield generator. Gatling gun,
Building complete.
flame. Wait,
Unit
I
production.
don't know if you have to wait till the first one's done.
Production is now idle.
Ah!
For the Protectorate.
Building complete.
Oh shit! I got to. Oh my god, that made me. Well, I figured it out.
I'm busy.
Here we go.
Your most
Moving the world.
Unit production.
Ready to
Oh god, trying to move two of them around is maybe a bit optimistic.
Canyon.
You're the boss.
Annihilation waiting the world.
Building complete.
Juggernaut moving the world.
So what is this? Sharpshooters, pack up and get rid. Okay.
Wake.
You got orders.
Making a canyon. Moving ready to rumble.
Building complete.
I can
Really?
build stuff.
Wait, do they actually
Infantry
shoot?
reporting.
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Maybe they only shoot units. What is their regular range? Seems like really long.
Annihilation ready. Deathbed
What the hell is that?
causing a shifting the land.
Unit production complete. Production is now Unit production complete. Production building
Moving the world ready to rumble.
These guys are so edgy.
Here.
building complete.
Annihilation ready.
Our units are under attack.
All right.
Unit production complete. Production. is
No,
now
get out of the menu.
Ready to
There are hotkeys for the menu. I just didn't remember them.
Shifting the land into the world, causing
building
annihilation ready to the world. Shifting the causing to quake, making annihilation
production.
ready.
Production complete. Production. Production is now on.
No. I may have. Oh my god. Oh my god. The behemoth. Shifting the world.
Shifting, moving.
For the Protectorate. Understood, Commander. Alright.
I think the behemoth's too strong. Spiderlings. Wait a second.
Building unit production complete. Production.
Wait, is there a talent that gives me healing obelisk, or is that a different thing?
Can you come back later?
No.
Hungry.
GG. Oh my.
Unit production complete.
Son of the Emperor. We didn't
Production
quite
is
get
now
there.
idle.
Oh,
Upgrade
the supply was
complete.
actually kind of close.
Building complete.
GG. The terror tank construction was it took a little time to wrap my head around it. I think I got supply blocked right as I was trying to build it or something.
Yeah. So that's the kind of disclaimer that, like, when I was talking to you earlier and I was saying this, I was like, why am I even sharing this, right? Like, who cares about the supply block? But then, yeah, if you run into the experience, you see why it was on my mind.
It's not ideal.
It's, yeah.
It's like, all right, I'm gonna get it. It's like, uh-oh.
Yeah, so I wanted to cost exactly 20 supply if the supply depot is going to give you 20 supply, and you shouldn't be able to start it if you're supply blocked, I think is, yeah.
Maybe like each segment of it costs like 5 supply, so like you could start it.
Oh.
Yeah, you make some
That's pretty
progress
good.
there without just stalling out entirely.
That's pretty cool. The only problem is adding more rules to it, but I kind of like it. If we have like a
Well,
good,
there's only like
a
6
good way to
units
say
for
it.
the faction, so
Yeah, that's a good point. Yeah.
I
but there's a lot of rules.
think
there.
having one faction that's more like, well, the thing is the hero, even just that first hero is so micro intensive as well.
Yeah.
Compared to some of the other, like a melee hero is always going to be more micro intensive in many ways, at least. Felt like one bad jump away from dying at all times.
Yeah, for sure. And there's a lot to do in upgrading the heroes, and if you get more than one as well, it gets pretty hectic.
Yeah, it definitely feels the least streamlined so far. I mean, cool stuff, but still needs a few passes on that. Obviously, everything does.
Yeah.
But yeah, all right. It's question time. Twitch chat, Catz. Okay, what is your title?
My title is lead multiplayer designer.
Lead multiplayer designer. So if you guys are interested in multiplayer, which I think covers some of them in the chat here, now's your time. If you have if you're wondering whether or not you should support it, or just general questions about this, I don't know. I'm sure Catz will tell you if you can speak with authority on anything.
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think you can ask beyond multiplayer. I can answer most questions, and the ones that I can't, it'll be because of a lack of knowledge, I guess.
And for those who don't know, I haven't checked it out, you got 38 hours on Kickstarter. So you got until I don't know what day it is. Wednesday, or end of Tuesday, I think, is what it works out to. Something like that. It's already reached the goal, but I'm hoping we get to the 7th faction, mercenary faction goal. We've only seen 3 of them, I believe. But
No. We revealed a few more now. Yeah.
Oh, revealed
over the
a few
last,
more, but
just 2
only
days,
playable.
Yeah. Playable only
3 of
3
them
right now. Yeah.
Oh yeah, what engine is the game built?
It's on Unreal 4.
All right. It feels so. My impression is it feels the closest to SC2 of many games, especially that we've seen so far. Like the units and the responsiveness. I don't know. You said Marv had some experience, but why does it feel so good?
I mean, Marv is just a
Explain,
genius.
like, because I've
he's a
played some
beast,
others,
yeah.
like, but I played like Age of Empires 4 and stands out as the newest kind of major release.
No problem.
It is.
I
not
mean,
close.
the guy's a wizard. Like, what can I say? Like, he wanted to do an RTS
Building
partly
complete.
because it's challenging, right? He wanted to challenge himself. I mean, he's a senior engineer, and he is, I mean, the best technical person I've ever worked with, and he's just insane and works all day and has been working for 3 years on the engine, and that's why it's so good, and that's why it continues to improve.
Will you be able to versus AI? Yeah, I'm playing versus the AI at the moment. There's not much customizability, but it will actually kill you if you're not paying attention, is what I've noticed so far. So
Understood.
Yes.
Commander.
and obviously, well, any plans for things like multiplayer, but not quite multiplayer? Maybe like 3v3 mode versus AI kind of stuff.
Well, we'll definitely have co-op. We'll definitely have 3v3s and 2v2s as well. And we have discussed, and this is the kind of thing that we would like to do, right? If we have the budget, which means the extra help to implement all of the things that we want. But we would like, for example, for a mode that's even better at onboarding new players, and in particular from other genres and such. I think the game is pretty accessible compared to most RTSs. But I find there are like fun play modes, for example, in Dota, right? Like where you kind of skip past the more difficult parts and get to the fighting, and then you kind of fall in love with the game and can transition into learning like the more difficult aspects.
I was
after.
immediately
So-
thinking like something like a CBA in Age of Empires, which is essentially your economy is just a basic level of income, and then you just you get there are different versions that are either more units or just one unit, and then you just fight. Like you just fight throughout the
There
field.
should be some
Think
balance.
something like that. I mean, those are
stuff
very
like
popular.
that. That's the Dota equivalent. Like they have basically the same thing, right? Where your economy scales faster, so you get to choosing items and fighting versus the laning stage, which is more technical. So yeah, I think something like that to onboard players would be really nice as well for extra modes.
How about
RM and
map
B, for
editors
sure.
and custom games, which are pretty related to that as well?
Yeah, so I think we'll have customization within co-op, but
No
we
problem.
will not have a map editor unless we get insane funding, because it's very expensive and it takes a lot of work. So
You're the boss.
it's kind of like one of our bigger stretch goals, and that has to do less with Kickstarter. Like Kickstarter, I don't think could fund an editor for
Building
us.
complete.
It's just too expensive to produce.
Commander. Gonna take a
But
break, sir.
but yeah, there is hope. I guess I would love for it. I would love
you
for it
come
to
back
exist for
later?
sure. Just
I can
can't make
build
our
stuff.
priority at the moment.
I'm busy.
Yeah, all the maps you have,
Infantry
or the
reporting.
map development is in-house at the moment, right? Or with the
Building complete.
expert map editors that you're
Right on,
consulting
boss.
with and such. I mean, there's
I
not too
can
much
build
detail
stuff.
yet, but what I've noticed is that the willingness to essentially not reskin SC2 maps, which is already going to be exciting, combined with all the faction and all that. Will there be
Yeah,
a
for sure.
dedication to balancing when this game goes online?
Yeah, without a doubt. I mean, the core of the team is in great part, grandmasters
Building
or
complete.
ex-pro players or pro players in StarCraft 2, and our consultants are as well usually. So we definitely want to make it a competitive game, and
Enemy
yeah, we think we
sighted.
can do it.
I'm a bit hungry.
Namely Scarlet.
We've
Understood,
lost control of the
Commander.
tower.
As
Mainly Scarlet.
Yeah,
well, not necessarily mainly, but the lead
you're the boss.
Is
No,
Urteta the lead
mainly
balance
Scarlett.
designer? Or-
Yeah, I mean, I personally think she's the best. She's the best person for the job. She's been doing it for the longest time in RTS, right? She's been modding since Warcraft 3 and then helping with balance in StarCraft 2, and she's just her attention to detail is just absurd. So, yeah, I think I have a lot of faith in her and what she can do for us in terms of fine tuning things.
And it seems like I think there's already kind of announced the philosophy to be shaking up balance dramatically, kind of like your end of the year SC2 patches. But like,
I would very much like that.
So
Production is
talk
now
on that a
under.
bit.
Yeah, so for me, that's one thing that's always lacked in RTS in general, right? Is something to keep them fresh, to keep things
Building complete.
moving, to keep the talk going, to keep the community excited for things that are going to actively change. And, you know, I've always kind of criticized a little bit, I guess, like the state of StarCraft 2 on those regards. And something that I would very much like to do differently here is to kind of shake up the meta significantly and, you know, continue to work on design throughout the year, and then, you know, have big balance patches at least once a year, but hopefully even twice. I mean, I would be very happy if we... And I'm sorry, I said balance patches. I mean design patches. Balance patches will happen much more often.
Building complete.
Infantry reporting.
And the difference being like a balance patch is commandos do twice as much damage as they need to in order to easily kill like a Grell unit. So we reduced it by 50%. Whereas a design
Whereas
patch is more like this unit now is intended to counter, I don't know, like a Reaver is
no longer
intended to
jumps,
counter a commando.
Mm-hmm. Or maybe like the commando no longer jumps, or you know, there's a brand new unit altogether, or a new set of mercenaries or abilities, and it's just
They're
kind
not
of like
mutually
figuring out the most fun
exclusive
stuff.
Control
Yeah,
tower captured.
exactly.
Will there be a
yeah,
ladder?
there's a link. There will for sure be a ladder, yeah. No doubt there will be a ladder.
Do they need experts in Unreal? If somebody wants to work on the game, is there a site or somewhere that you
yeah,
could
I
apply
think-
potentially?
I think we have a position open. Let me check. I'm not sure what it is. You can go to playzerospace.com, and I'm pretty sure we have positions there. I'm not sure for,
Or at
for
least
what
to
they are, and as far
contact
as-
us.
Yeah, I thought we had. I thought someone found it on the Discord, so
Commander,
they linked it
We're
recently.
detecting ships on an
But
inbound protectorate plan.
yeah, I mean we're looking to expand and hire, right? Like if things go well and we expect them to, then we have to continue to scale, and that means there will be positions open to work on the game. As far as the level of expertise and, you know, who gets to do it, yeah, I can't speak much to that.
Grell. We're on it.
So I was expecting it. Just go look at the website. That was a lot more detailed than I thought you would come up with there.
Building complete.
But yeah, I mean, I think what's the timeline past the Kickstarter ending tomorrow?
So I believe we have Alpha coming in December, if I'm not mistaken, and then we have, let me check really quick. So we have early Alpha at the start of December, and then that'll include a tier of Kickstarter and our friends basically, like yourself, right? And then we have Alpha in March 2024. I'm not sure.
Which is only like
what
6
that
months away,
entails.
which is, oh my.
Mm-hmm. And then we have in December closed beta, and then we have launch in 2025 May is our schedule.
So pretty short timeline from announced to outright launch for
Yes.
especially a game that like
It's
so
nerve-wracking,
Starlance
yeah.
is not a well, I didn't know of the studio before this, or Ironward.
Yeah.
So well, hopefully more people will know. But yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Starlance is a relatively new studio, right? Again, like Marv worked in phone games before, and he has worked for large games as an engineer, right? But this is kind of like his baby studio because he really wanted to make this an RTS PC game. Yeah, that's
So
that's
it's a
where
passion
we
project, but with a lot of technical experience behind it.
a lot of technical experience behind it, and honestly, we have the best team that I've ever worked with, and you know, it's I believe in ourselves. Like I really think we have something special here.
All right. Any last questions? It is made in Unreal 4 for those interested. Now, one thing, like, besides the control scheme, just I already like the timing of the fights and everything like that. Is there any talk around, like, I gotta rethink what I'm phrasing. I'm actually losing to the AI. Like any sort of even further, like, extra resources or entirely different resource gathering mechanics and stuff?
I think that's the kind of thing that like right now, like you said, it's 2 years until we launch, so timeline will be pretty tight. So I think our design basics are kind of locked in for what the game entails. But if we do, you know, once a year huge patch, then things like that become an option, right? Like where we can actively redesign the game and kind of test things out and see with the community and what they like, you know, like what we can implement and what then stays and what leaves for the next patch.
All right. Will the engine be able to handle large team games? Do you have any ideas of the limits of it at the moment?
I do, but it's on a different sheet. I wouldn't wanna say it wrong.
I know you've said 3v3 is
that's
already
not,
announced.
Yeah, I mean we can do a
mode.
lot more than that, I think, but I'm not. See, I don't want.
I haven't. So even from what we've seen so far, I haven't had any. Now, obviously, I'm in a pretty decent PC, but I've not seen any issues with like performance or pathfinding. Besides like large armies taking up a lot of space, the game has not had any. It seems to run quite well, but of course, we're still far off.
Yeah, we still have a lot of optimizing to do, like I think for, you know, like not as strong systems as yours, but yeah, the game runs really smooth.
Oh yeah, I think somebody pointed out, I don't know if there are minimum specs or something like that on the Kickstarter page.
I think there are either on the Kickstarter page or on Discord. Like whenever it comes to the technical aspects of things, I am very not the right person to ask.
Ready.
I imagine if you have something relatively decent from the last half a decade or so, it should be able to run it. I'm just completely making that up on the spot, but based on anything...
I think that's about it, yeah.
Of course, people have different definitions of what that means. I'm sure if you get into like an 8v8 game with maxed out units, then so it may struggle at some points, but...
Yeah, I mean, I think it's also 2 years away, right? So... Yeah. I think whatever the minimum requirements are today, it changes quite a bit by then.
I would pay money to play it. It looks really good. Well, have I got news for you? That brings us back around. Any last things you want to say? Thank you for letting me show it off, by the way. I want to just... It's another vote of confidence. You're willing to be like, I'm like, can I just stream it? And you're like, all right.
Production complete.
Which,
I mean, part of it is because it is very clear to us that, I mean, you like the game and everyone that has tried it kind of shares that sentiment, but you have been especially kind to us. And I mean, as my final words, I just want to thank you for that and your vote of confidence. We really, really appreciate it.
Yeah, there you go. And the Kickstarter, if you pledge any level, so the lowest level is 35, but that will get you a copy of the game, which is likely to be probably the floor for the price, at least on release. So it's probably a discount.
It is a discount.
You support the game. It is a discount. I mean, it's not mine to say, but the game will very likely be more than 35, so at least to start.
Yeah, I believe so.
All right. Well, thank you to Catz for putting up with the questions and answering what he could. A lot more answers than you'd usually expect. I kind of found myself shying away from some of the questions you usually wouldn't ask because PR, but then you're just like, no, we want Kickstarter. Kickstarter's not funding the whole game. but it's an indicator
That would be
of how
cool.
interested. I mean, well,
We like
at
to be
this point,
transparent.
but it's a great indicator of how interested people are, and clearly, I think it's become one of the biggest Kickstarters on the site. I won't say exactly like how high up there, but it is incredibly significant. So
Especially for a game like ours, yeah, like on Kickstarter, like board games and such tend to do a little bit better because they're very quick to turn over, right? Like you kind of contribute and say something like a book and you get it like shortly thereafter, whereas you do have to potentially wait, right, until we actually finish the game. And so from that perspective, it's I think games tend to do worse on Kickstarter, and yeah, this has definitely been a very nice surprise and somewhat of an anomaly to the system that is Kickstarter. So
Enemy
yeah,
in
we're super
range.
happy.
congratulations!
Enemy sighted.
I think we'll make it to the next goal, the 500K by the end of it, and then I'm looking forward to more. So besides the
Enemy in
Kickstarter, there's
range.
just a Discord, and then ZeroSpace.com. Is that where you can find all the links and such?
We're on social media. We're
Enemy
on
sighted.
all social media. We're
Enemy in
Play
range.
ZeroSpace. So YouTube, Twitter, TikTok, everything.
Yeah, site looks good as well. You got your info there.
Enemy sighted.
All right. Well, I think I'll play one game against the
Enemy
AI,
in
but
range.
thank you to Catz for letting me play
Thank you, sir.
and
Enemy
your work
sighted.
on the game, and pass it along to the team. Good luck with the rest of the
Will do.
Kickstarter.
Enemy in
Thank you very
range.
much.
Take
Good
care,
luck,
my
have
friend.
fun.
Bye, guys.
Thank you. But I just, as I kick Catz out, I do want to say they didn't pay me anything for this. All right, but just to be very clear, I paid them. I went with the $90 tier on the Kickstarter. So they let me play the game, and I like the game,
Enemy
and I think it has a ton of potential. So
I'm busy.
that's where I'm at with